And we're back,
And we're
ladies
back.
and gentlemen. Welcome back to Rod and Flagon, here from beautiful Waterdeep in the Yawning Portal. I'm so happy to be back today.
I'm happy to be here.
I wanted to thank everybody for joining us, and as always, you can send your birds to @RodandFlagon or to @SMaulsmith or to myself @Oliver Redboots, and we will answer the questions. Bird not guaranteed to be returned. Holy shit, what a week.
Oh, man. Wow.
So those who don't remember, last week, I kind of I got invited myself, really, right? Like,
You absolutely did. Yeah.
I said, hey, you asked me to help you with the dancing thing, which I was more than happy to do. And then when you told me exactly what it was you needed the dancing for, it was almost like you can't dangle that type of carrot in front of me and not expect me to, like, go full steam at it.
Yeah. I think on some level I knew that.
Oh, so you set me up?
Not exactly.
Well,
but
it's a little bit. I mean, you set me up to have a great fucking time. I mean, but nonetheless.
I didn't, yeah, let's
You
face I didn't want to
planted
go to this wedding where I didn't know anybody. And,
You knew that I was going to bring the thunder.
yeah, I know how to lay the breadcrumbs. You know what I'm saying?
You did plant the seed. So for those wondering, yes, I did cast haste, and then
we need to unpack this entire
I know.
wedding,
So like,
'cause
I
it was
just want to let everybody
amazing.
know that Swanee did in fact do a lot of dancing.
Oh, yeah.
There was
Whoa.
way more than I think.
My
I've
other
ever
leg
seen.
is tired.
Oh, that's right. Your metal leg doesn't feel fatigued,
No,
so it
no.
can just move forever.
Right.
Like, can you just if you were to just all right? So if we had to travel a long distance and your body was hella tired,
Yeah.
could you just leap on your metal leg? In
I think my hip would get
perpetuity?
tired.
All right, I guess that's fair. Anyway, so yes, we should unpack the whole wedding thing because this is a whole.
Yeah. So I guess first of all, congratulations to Gemma and to Beck's Maple Grove.
Right, the Maple Groves. Happy to have been a part of their celebration.
Wonderful wedding. It
Holy
was.
shit, was it fun?
Oh,
Did you know that flute pan guy's wine was so damn strong?
oh, we'll get to that.
I was
we'll
not
get to
prepared
that.
for that.
So all right, let's take the story one step at a time.
All right. I just want to skip to the good bits.
I know. So the wedding was, you had predicted it. It was in a lovely little setting on the way to Golden Fields.
Literally at a Maple Grove.
It was
like,
opening in a Maple Grove. There was a tent set up. There were fairy lights.
there were brooks.
It was
babbling. It was
It was lovely.
spectacular.
I went with Lucy, clearly, and I let you know where the wedding was.
Yep. She had no idea I was coming.
She had no idea you were coming.
And I mean, I guess we shouldn't. I won't skip ahead. I won't skip ahead.
So we talked about this a little bit last week. My dumb self didn't put it together that we were at this wedding because she was on assignment from the Lord's Alliance.
Yep, she sure was.
She sure was. So,
Like, I mean, we should have known. Who
really
the fuck
should've.
amongst us
I feel
knows
so
any
bad about
people
that.
from Pan? No one. I don't know any of these satyrs.
no. So she was there to essentially build a relationship with some of the Clerics of Pan because they're not big in the realm, right? She's
Right.
basically doing some intel collecting on who they were, what do they want.
And we're not
who
blowing
are
up
the
our
higher
spot,
ups.
ladies and gentlemen. This is like a known thing. It's
Yeah.
like, so, relax.
So we're there, and she's starting to do her thing, and she sees Boots.
Yep. I have actually never seen her excited to see me. So this is a different type of... Because usually it's the eye roll, oh, shit, what are you getting swan into this week kind of
Well,
thing.
I got, for about 15 seconds, I got the world's scariest side eye.
All right.
Right? Like, what did you do?
Yep.
What did you... If he screws this up, I'm taking that leg, and you have to crawl home.
It's probably got it in her.
Right. And then about 15 seconds later, a light goes off, and she's like, oh, I can use him.
Yep. And we sure did.
Yeah. So there was some scheming, and you can sort of divulge on that.
I don't know if I really want to divulge everything because I don't know like what should be kept secret and what not should be
Yeah.
kept secret. But like for her to cast magic, right? It would. Let's just say that we did some.
Her magic's a little bit more obvious.
Yeah, it's not just. It's definitely that, right? I can do things a lot more subtly. And if she's doing it as a representative of the Lord's Alliance,
Yeah.
it's one thing. If I'm doing it as, a goofball,
Sure.
retired adventurer who just happens to be friends with people, it's an entirely separate thing. So, we were, when you were done dancing, I was able to, do some other things around the wedding. I may or may not have used seeming to make me and Lucy look like Clerics of Pan just to have casual conversations.
Sure.
I may or may not comprehended languages so I could understand all of the talking that was going on around it.
Sure.
And I may or may not have used a few other spells to just make us a little bit less discreet or more discreet.
Oh, more and less.
Right. So the major image thing was really not discreet.
Oh, man.
But Yeah, I did. So it was a great time. It's just weird for Lucy to ask me to do a favor.
Right.
It's usually the other way around.
Right.
So I was happy to do it. And I do want to mention the food at this wedding. I was not expecting meat, if I'm being completely honest with you. Right? I was expecting like a large vegetarian spread.
Because we were on our way kind of to Golden Fields anyway.
Right, and like they all kind of look like faunas.
Right.
Fauna? Is it flora? Fauna. They all look like animals, right? So I figured like they wouldn't want us to eat their buddy, Barry the deer.
Right.
Turns out this is all
Barry's tasty.
Yeah, Barry was fucking delicious. Like a blackberry, like it was. Bananas.
That man's good with a compote.
And Swan can dance now.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to see you doing the robot dance with the Warforged. That was like a little too on brand. Or like, that was just
that guy. Oh, man, he took it well. He really did.
Right. That was like.
And when he started to do the human, I was completely confused.
That was like 6 of those wines in. That's not normal wine, right?
Oh.
First of all, it tastes like I don't know, like berries, and like there was like a sunflower. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
It was so weird. But the alcohol content was at least 3 times normal wine. It was ridiculous.
I wasn't sure it was just alcohol.
I thought it was just whiskey. I'm pretty sure it wasn't just. Oh, no, it wasn't. I was spiking your drinks.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, that makes more sense now.
But no, I told Lucy. She told me to go for it. I think she had a few too many of those wines too, and I was like, "How about if I put some of this hallucinogens into this?" So I had some mushrooms. Anyway, so I put some of the mushrooms in your. Wine.
It was still cool though, right? The wedding was still good.
Oh my god, it was great.
Okay.
I mean, like when you told everyone you thought you have seen Pan in the in the forge a few times, I was like, nope. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know you could play the flute. That's pretty cool.
I mean, I've been known to flute. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, the wine was so good. The dancing was
Fucking
amazing.
ridiculous.
The satyrs were super nice.
So like, I really didn't do much of the follow up because I feel like if Lucy wanted me to do some follow up, she would have just said it. Like, did they get anywhere with it? Like,
I have no idea. Because it was about the time that I think you had to take me off to go to sleep.
No. So what I did, we just teleported back to your place, and then I went back to the party.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were so fucking hammered. At one point, you were laying on the ground underneath a buffet, throwing blueberries into the air, and none of them were hitting your mouth. And Lucy gave me the look, and I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Can you?" And I was like, "Of course I can." Right, so
the look didn't mean like use mage hand to make sure the blueberries get into his mouth. It was
no,
get him out of here.
It was a definite. There was no mistaking it. Take this idiot home. He's had way too much to drink.
And I will say now.
Hang on. Do you remember telling everyone that you could just take your leg off? Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
You were threatening to kick. I can't remember.
Was I threatening to kick my own ass?
No, you were threatening to kick some poor Waterdeep. Like, nope. I don't even remember. He said he was a noble, right?
Okay.
But I had never seen him before. I guess Lucy knew him. You were threatening to kick his ass with just using your leg.
Oh wow! I'd take off one leg and kick your ass with the other.
Yeah. That was another side of it. I'm telling you.
I hope that guy's not important.
He couldn't have been if we've never even seen him before. And like Lucy was laughing hysterically. So if there's anything to come of that, I'm sure that would be smoothed over. And that was you. There was like 5 mushrooms deep, buddy. So I wouldn't worry about too much about that.
Can I say that I am sorry about the drunk sending?
I guess we should explain sending to younger adventurers. Right? Sending is a spell where it allows. I can't cast it, but Swanee can. You can. It's like you can give it like a brief paragraph, and then the person can reply in basically a brief paragraph.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So you were hammered, dude. I didn't even know you could cast sending that many times.
Yeah.
It was at least 7.
Right. I mean, at one point I was. Yeah.
I don't know. So I have not seen Durnan since you sent him that sending. I have not seen Vincent since you sent him that sending.
I'm pretty sure at one point I was like dead set on doing body shots of pear wine off that Hybsil.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Wow.
That Centaur and you were best friends for a long while.
Oh yeah.
He was so drunk that I've never actually seen a centaur let someone ride them. I didn't expect that.
I would tell adventurers never ask. But
Yeah,
somehow I just have this flash of
centaur.
being like, I'm taller.
So a centaur, younger adventurers, is a half man, half horse.
Man is the upper half.
The man is the upper half, right?
Just to be clear.
Just so we're not Because that'd be very uncomfortable if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
So Swan was shit-faced drunk, talking shit, and he said, I don't remember what it was that he's like, you
I don't
said
know if I asked if the guy was just
No.
like, it's time for this guy, he needs a ride.
Yeah, no, because you were talking shit, because he's like, oh, well, I'm much heavier than I look, or something like that. And he
That's
was like,
right, that's
and
right,
he
the
was
leg
like,
makes
get
me too
on.
heavy. Nobody can pick me up.
And the next thing I know, you fuckers were doing laps around the dance floor.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, they're like fucking conga lining behind you. It was
Oh.
incredible. I've never seen a centaur, actually. And, so I have seen Thud since you sent him that sending. and he laughs. You know, he's a fun dude, right?
Yeah.
So he just, stay-at-home dad is not a term that I guess many people have, like, thrown his way.
Oh, really?
So I guess that was pretty funny that he like he might want to kick her ass, so I would just say go with it. You know, like, let him have his fun too. It was 3 a.m. when you were sending him.
Yeah, I did wake my man up with a sending. I can't even remember. Ethan!
No, it was way worse than that.
Uh-oh.
It was something along the lines of "You're not that tough anymore. You have to change more diapers now," or some shit like that. And I mean, like
That's gonna bite me in the ass.
It certainly will. He asked me a few times. He's like, "What the hell were you guys doing?" I just basically just broke down the whole story. And he was more upset that he wasn't invited. And I'm like, "Buddy, no, you're not even allowed to go out of the house anymore. I don't understand." How the fuck are we supposed to invite you if we don't even know you can leave? Like, I
Right.
mean, every time I invite him to go anywhere, he's like, well, you know, I got to take you to school. So don't bitch about it. And if you want to be involved, you're more than welcome to be involved. But stop it. Anyway, yeah. So the centaur riding. I just want to say that again.
Did you at one point?
Young
did you-
adventurers, hang on. Wait,
Okay.
I really need to cover this. Young adventurers, under no circumstance should you ask a centaur if you can ride it. And should a centaur say, "Hey, please ride me"? Don't. I think it's like a real insult. So it's just
Right.
hilarious that
He
they would
just
let you do
volunteered
that.
himself.
No, it just never happens. Sorry, go ahead.
I have 2 flashes that I can't put together in my head yet.
All right, I'll see if I can help.
Okay. Was there somebody that at one point polymorphed into a sloth and was hanging off a dryad?
Yep, yeah,
Okay.
there certainly was. And not only that, the dryad had casted like that vine spell that they do where they can entangle you and like wrap you up in the vines, right?
Oh.
So the vines had went across all of like the tree there.
Right.
So I polymorphed one of the Waterdeep noble kids into a sloth.
Okay.
And they crawled across. And like it was the funniest goddamn thing.
All right.
Because so, you know, my magic can be a little weird.
Yeah.
Right? So then my friend Dave showed up.
Dave was there.
Yeah, so, yeah, and he had a glass of wine, and he lingered longer than he would normally linger, right? Because he was like, oh, look at all these people, and I was like, yeah, Dave, you want a drink? I'm like, oh, have a drink. And then there was a sloth. It was one of those things where, like, I didn't expect to, you know, do a lot of different magics.
Right.
If I'm being completely honest.
Right.
I thought I was going to come there and, like, laugh at you dancing.
Right.
Boy, just evolved way past normal.
Right.
Yeah, yes, so somebody polymorphed into a sloth. One of the druids spent half the night as a brown bear. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't realize it was a druid.
You actually thought that was a
I
bear.
just thought it was a bear.
I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, I get how you could make that mistake in that particular location, right? There was another druid. He spent the entire night kind of like brooding in the corner because he's not that type of like he can't turn into animals.
Was
And I
that the guy that later took his clothes off?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, same guy.
Okay.
So like he spent half the night brooding about he's not the kind of druid that changes into animals and like how that's so low rent or something like that. It's like, oh, that's 10 years ago.
Right.
And then like 4 mushrooms later, he was like
No pants.
no pants. Like he did like that thing where you lay on the ground and you like flop across the dance floor.
Oh, right.
Right. It was really awkward. Because he had. I know I shouldn't say things about druids, but like every now and then, maybe go ahead and dip yourself in a brook, right?
Yeah.
Just like throw some water on the important bits. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Like maybe, I don't know, clean up a little.
Right.
Right? Did he need all of those twigs and berries in his hair? Was that aesthetic, or was that just like leftover?
I mean, if you've got no pants on, you got to worry about your twigs and berries. I hear what you're saying.
I wasn't talking about those twigs and berries, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That it was the most wildest. Shit. Do you remember anything else?
I mean, there are flashes. I mean, they're just, wow. I think that's most of it. What I will congratulate or commend or whatever the right word is, the Church of Pan. I woke up the next morning after mushrooms and wine. Mm-hmm. I felt great. Felt like $1 million.
Yep, I think
We got it. I don't know how they do that, but I'm in.
What was the patriarch of that particular family? It's like Brandy something. I don't remember.
The groom's father?
Yeah,
Randolph.
He actually told us that there's like some type of magic wine.
Yeah.
Like you can just get faced hammered and you will wake up feeling great the next day. Which why are we not doing that?
I don't know. The civilization has gone off the rails. If we had that option all along,
and we've not taken
an opportunity, like.
Because he says he has to do that like 5 or 6 times a week, specifically for like, religious purposes.
Right.
As a like a tribute to Pan. They have to like dance and party all night. I'm like, dude, fucking sign me up.
Yeah.
Why have not? I can't say that. I'm sorry, Gone. Forgive me. Like, but like if there was a number 2 now, right?
Sure.
Like, Gone's my guy, saved our life many times. I gotta tell you, man, right now, Pan's my guy.
Right.
The race is the number 1 is obvious. Number 2 is now set in stone.
Oh.
If Gone ever turns his back,
We have to work out some kind of formal relationship between Gond and Pan, because
I don't like there are no more otter bedfellows than Gond and Pan.
No, there really aren't.
but holy what a great the wine. It was a wacky night, and I really hope the Lord's Alliance learned. Like, I really hope we don't find out that they're evil. You know what I mean? Like, it would be such a letdown.
I mean, you mean Pan, the
yeah, like the,
or the Lord's Alliance is evil. Like that one, I couldn't speak to.
I'm talking about this particular group of Pan clerics. Like they
were good for a night. That's all I know.
Yeah, no, I just don't want to find out that they were up to some nefarious, and they were also running intel on us.
No.
And,
intel on us. I have a story there.
Okay, take me to it. But anyway, I want to say congratulations to the lovely bride and groom, and I hope
Jenna and Bex. Yeah, congratulations. You guys get invited to any fun wedding we have in the future. I'm not sure our fun weddings will measure up to your fun weddings.
We're never going to top that.
No.
I can't wait to get invited to another one of their parties.
Right.
I literally cannot wait. I might just insert myself into their parties from now on.
We're available.
Yeah, for wine that does not give you a hangover.
Right, we're definitely available. You need a +1? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Anyway, so you had some intel. I'm sorry.
Last week, we're going to change topics.
Okay.
Last week, we thought it was weird that we hadn't gotten any birds.
Well, I think it's been like 2 weeks in a row, right?
Right.
If we've gotten 1 or 2.
And I found Durnan after we were talking last week, and I was like, Durnan, what's going on? Like, the birds getting not delivered? And he was like, oh, we get birds all the time for you guys. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute. So we've gotten birds in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, Durnan had hired a dishwasher, a scrubber guy in the back.
All right.
Who
a new one?
Yeah.
Maddie was the old one, right? Or Maddie was the waitress?
No.
Sorry. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I don't remember.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
If you're listening back at the house crew at Yawning Portal, I'm sorry. I love you. Just forgive me. I'm not good with names.
All right. Yeah, it happens. Anyway, hired a new kitchen scrubber guy who figured out, before it wasn't that hard to figure out, had been intercepting the birds because he's working with the Zhentarim. Yeah.
So the Zent are intercepting our dumb young adventurer questions?
Yeah. Yep.
I told you they sucked at this.
They really... let's be clear, Zhentarim. You suck at this.
Like, that's what you want to know?
Yeah.
What advice we're giving?
What should my party composition be? Like, that's what's critical to intercept?
They're really worried about those 10-foot poles?
Right, 10-foot poles. Do you own stock in the 10-foot pole company? Is that what this is, you morons?
You had a sense of... I just love the fact that there was a Zent cult member back there doing dishes for 9 hours a day.
Just biding his time so he can intercept our birds.
Hey, Boots, how do you feel about the web spell?
Yeah, exactly. I foiled their plans for making the realm better.
Creepy p***s are so terrible at this.
Stupid.
Oh
Anyway.
my God, I hope your flying snakes bite you in the balls. Is the kid still working here? I'd love to go introduce myself.
No, Durnan took him outside and kicked his ass.
He doesn't normally do that type of stuff.
No, well, he took this one particularly personally.
Well, I guess he doesn't. He wants... I'm imagining...
Well, he gets a number of birds himself, right? I mean, he can't have idiots intercepting the mail.
And also, like, the Yawning Portal does have, like, a reputation for, neutrality. You come here, if you're an asshole, they're going to kick your ass. But if you just kind of, like, mind your business and do your thing, they'll leave you completely alone.
Right. This one was not minding his business. So Durnan, who, like, let's not forget, Durnan can throw down.
Oh, I wouldn't want to tangle with him.
No.
That's a solid pass from me.
Yeah.
I mean, he was one of the very first, right?
He was an adventurer for a long time. He predates us.
He was one of the first one that went into Undermountain. Him and Mert came out with a lot of money.
That's right.
And Mert but like that's another story. So yeah, Durnan's been doing this for a long time, and he's like a few hundred years old too, right?
Yeah.
He's like one of the other few humans that I know that have lived way longer than he should have. Yeah. So I would not pick up, and his family's not exactly soft either.
Nope.
You come to the Yawning Portal looking for trouble, there's way too much trouble to be had for
Yeah.
most adventurers. So the Zhent was stupid enough to hire a spy to work in the Yawning Portal.
Right.
Specifically to get our birds.
Yes.
You fucking dipshit.
Well, let me round out the full dip story.
All right.
We found a pile of bird litters. He didn't even turn them in.
He didn't even give them back to the Zhent?
Nope.
It's still here?
Yeah.
So we can go over them now?
Oh, we can go over them.
Wow, they are just not good spies.
No, you're really not good at this.
I mean, unless there's some type of clever, like weird, double agent that I'm not seeing here. This guy's just a dip.
Yeah.
And this kind of stands to reason. We've said this a long time. That you're not good at this, Zhent. Maybe sit this one out.
Yeah.
You wonder why your plans get foiled. We're the Black Network. We have a nation. Shut up. Ugh.
Black between the ears.
Anyway, so yeah, I would love to have met him.
Oh, well.
Maybe polymorph him for a little while. Give him a few extra shifts.
What's your punishment? More work.
I just you join the Zhent, like you're trying to get up in the world. You find an organization that meets your goals of nefarious work.
I'm gonna be the hero. Scrub,
Right.
scrub.
6 hours later, you're trying to figure out how to get turkey drippings off of the bottom of the stove. You fucking dingleberry.
So
It's like, is this Elminster's cup? Yeah, you still have to wash it, stick.
So that's my plan. We've got a number of questions to get through after we get a beer.
All right, I'm ready to get a beer. You ready to get a beer?
I'm ready to get a beer.
Oh God, you know what we should do? Maybe we should look into maybe you think they'd want to be willing to sell some of that Pan no hangover wine? Like we could get into the wine distribution business. I'm sure there's I don't know what the market turnover is, but I mean, come on, man. If we can get our hands on some of that at a regular, I'd love to sell it.
Let's figure out what it takes to make first. But yeah, I'm
I'm sure we have to dance barefoot in a grove or something. It's got to be that, right? We have to play the flute.
Well, we're outsourcing that piece.
You're 1 foot.
Yeah, no, I'm not hopping around on 1 foot on a regular basis.
Smushing magic grapes under a full moon.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's exactly what you have to find.
I'm really inefficient at this. I don't know if you know.
You have to find a very specific oak tree.
Right.
They only grow every third season. All right, guys.
Super.
Right, sorry about that. That was another segue. Also, that bread that had blueberries baked into it. Never mind. I'm sorry. All right, so let's go get some new drinks that will actually give us a hangover, and we'll be right back.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right, fresh drinks in hand.
Fresh drinks.
And we're back. Rolling Flagon. I am.
We didn't introduce ourselves the first
Oliver
time. I just
Redboots.
remembered.
Well, I gave our bird where you said I'm Oliver Redboots, of course, sorcerer extraordinaire. Joined as always by Swan Maulsmith, my friend and compatriot of the drunken mushroom.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm moving up in the world.
Oh, man. So, yes, fresh drinks in hand. We're back. Rod and Flagon. Send your birds to at Rod and Flagon or to at S. Smallsmith or to at Oliver Redboots. I like to throw that out there. And now that we know, we'll get them.
Yeah.
Right?
Sorry about that if you've been waiting for a
Dips from the kitchen and who's joining. Could you imagine, dude? You spend your younger years, right? You brought up whatever it was, whatever, nature of your upbringing. You go to fucking spy school, all right? You learn a craft thinking that you'll be able to be a decent thief or an assassin or maybe even a purveyor of intelligence, right?
Right.
And you join this organization that you think that maybe someday you could be an integral part of, and they send you to wash dishes.
Right.
At the Yawning Portal.
Don't worry, son. It's the long game.
What if you're the number one candidate coming out of spy school?
Yeah. I was the valedictorian of spy school. What does the salutatorian get for a gig? I guess that's my question.
I don't know, but maybe sent to a maple grove. I don't know.
Right. How's your dance abilities?
Oh, it's so dumb. You suck, Zhent. I'm sorry. I almost want him to come pick a fight now. Send a few of the graduate level guys. After our recent since we've started this silly show that we have to do that the magistrates have asked. We've been on the road again.
Yeah.
We went to a wedding.
Right.
Our lives have been, at least mine, relatively more eventful. I had to go to fucking Sigil. Right. I got another job.
Yep.
So bring it, you
Yeah.
dopey snake. Sorry, I'm sorry. Don't bring it. I'm retired. I don't want to. But
Boots is feeling.
But also,
Boots is feeling. Yeah.
Feeling
antsy.
man. Anyway, yeah. So I'm sorry. So, but I just hope that he's found a new gig, and I hope that it's not the Zhenta. I hope that kid learned that Durnan is not about, and maybe this isn't for you, right?
Right.
Maybe you're not the roustabout type. Maybe you should just go back and
maybe you're meant for bureaucracy.
yeah, go into city government.
Right.
I'm sure Waterdeep always needs people like that. Anyway, all right. Sorry. So you said you had a bunch of birds that the Zhenta left over. Like, how many are we talking?
Oh, like dozens.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way we're gonna get through all of them.
No, but we can start to work through because some of them I love. Some of them I just love because I just do.
But like they're silly, they're goofy, they're off the wall questions,
yeah.
or some of them like legitimate, like actual, like, hey Boots, how do I do this thing? Spell components. What do you think?
Oh,
like
there's
that.
such a mix. There is such a mix. I mean, I'll give you a taste.
All right, throw one at me.
My adventuring companion, keeps a weasel.
What's that?
My adventuring companion
Keeps a what?
a weasel.
A weasel.
A weasel.
Like the little mammal?
Uh-huh.
What the f for?
It doesn't say. But
Is that his familiar, or they just found like a weasel as a pet?
I don't. It just has a weasel, dude. Stick with me.
All right.
Keeps trying to convince me to use gust of wind to blow dry this weasel every morning in advance of setting out.
Well, so that would imply that adventurer is giving the weasel a bath every morning on the road?
Yeah, as part of his morning bath, I imagine he and the weasel.
So,
I don't know if this is
hang
a
on.
joke question, but I love it.
Oh my god. What? I mean, like, so
I
that,
just got to say bathe his weasel.
that sounds like a euphemism for
It
something
really
else,
did.
right? So if you're a ranger, like I know rangers have lots of animal companions.
Right.
We've seen but mostly they're like useful. I'm not implying that a weasel might not be useful as a familiar to a wizard, right? Like you could send a weasel into a tight spot, right, and they can like learn something,
Yep.
right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
But the difference is that you can either take control of your weasel. See through their eyes, you can do weasel shit. But if you just have an animal who's a weasel, what the fuck is he bringing to the table?
I don't know.
Why? And why does he need to be blow dried?
I don't know.
Do they get blow dried?
I love this question so
after
much.
they jump out of the lake in the woods?
Yeah, right. You blow dry the weasel. Keep it clean.
What the fuck for?
I don't know.
Why are you taking a weasel on an adventure? Like if you had an owl, right?
This is what the Zhentarim intercepted. This is what they deprived us of.
They really want to know Boots' fucking opinions on weasels.
Yeah. You know what? I don't have an answer for this question. I just don't blow dry the weasel. I guess that's.
No, absolutely blow dry.
Oh, really?
The weasel. Yeah, why not? Are you wasting a spell slot?
I mean, you must be.
Well, we
Use
just
gust of wind.
prestidigitate it. Like you
Oh.
can just do it like
Yeah,
that.
that's a good point. Limit your
Think outside the
weasel
box.
blow drying to prestidigitation.
Cantrips only. Yes, yeah.
Love this question.
Why? That's the big secrets that we're keeping there, Zent. I hope you really enjoy that.
Yeah. Well done, boys.
Weasel.
Here's another one.
Wait,
I
hang
love.
on, man. I want to go back. I don't want to
Okay.
disparage weasels, right? Like
No.
they're fine creatures. Like I'm sure they're important in like the hierarchy of the woods or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure there's like eagles eat weasels and things like that. I'm sure there's a weasel thing. But
Okay.
anyway, all right, sorry. Enough about the weasel. I feel like I said weasel 37
I know.
times.
I love it.
So what's next?
Can I hire a doppelganger to get me out of jury duty?
What?
Can I hire a doppelganger to get me out of jury duty?
I mean, I am disappointed in myself that I never thought of that.
All right. Yeah. Tips and tricks, everybody. If you can do this, do it.
I mean, doppelgangers by and large are they're assholes. But
yeah.
like, if you could find one that's at least moderately trustworthy to sit in for you on some boring that you have to sit in on, like you have to go to like a church service that you can't get out of that
Right.
you know is going to be like 9 hours, or you got to go to a wedding that's not a wedding of Pan,
Right.
and you want to spend some money on a doppelganger to look like you just keep your hands to yourself, asshole, and sit and just
Right.
just nod to you. That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
Why didn't we think of that?
I don't know.
God damn it. Could you imagine all those shitty-ass bureaucratic meetings we had to sit through for 7 hours? Or that dopey-ass fucking ball I had to go to in Luskin?
Right.
Dude, I was there for 7 hours. They didn't say shit. It was fucking harpsichord music
I
for
know.
6.5 hours. It was like, I felt like I had to go to like my friend's child's recital.
Right.
I don't want to do that. Damn
Really
it.
good harpsichord. Not that much
I'm
better
gonna
than
say
bad
this.
harpsichord.
I'm gonna say whoever sent this in, like, I really hope you go into adventuring and you become extremely successful at
Yeah.
it, because that type of thinking outside the box is
We
going to
love.
get you far on the road.
Yeah, we could use you on the road.
A doppelganger to get me out of boring shit.
Right.
Dope. I'd love that idea so much. I might actually look into this. Because, I mean, I'm sure.
I mean, there's a business.
I'm sure there's got to be a doppelganger guild in Waterdeep, but there wasn't. I'd be fucking shocked.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure they're looking to make coin too. Damn it, that's a brilliant idea. Bravo. Whatever that person was. Oh, wait, what else? What's next? Give me one more. These are actually, that one was not bad. The first one, you stupid Zhent idiots, I'm glad you stole that. This one, I don't know if I want them to know. I want those assholes to have to sit through all that bullshit.
Have you had any encounters with those druids that are protecting endangered species?
You're gonna have to sell me on what the fuck an endangered species is.
Well, okay, so a category of monster where there aren't a lot of those types of monster left.
You mean like ancient dragons?
Yeah.
Or like certain types of
Right.
like wyverns?
Right. Druids against killing of wyverns.
Hang on. No, this is the first time hearing about this. You're saying that there are a group of druids who are trying to protect
Yes.
ancient red dragons.
Correct.
Don't we normally call that a cult?
Yeah. Probably.
And why? Is it so they don't want to see them killed?
They don't want to see them eradicated.
But they do know that they're destroying the land around them. They're hoarding that treasure that could be, spread out throughout the lands. They're probably getting like sacrifices. There's probably like they fly out and eat people every now and then.
Yeah.
And it's a terrifying thing. Of villages that burned and families that
Right. But they're willing to absorb all of that tragedy.
And these nut huggers are just like wanting to protect them.
Right, for ecological diversity, apparently.
No, I don't accept that.
Okay.
I wish I could meet one of those and I would burn him alive. Nope.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry. That was a little too aggressive.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, you idiot druids, is that you shouldn't protect creatures that are harming other creatures. What the hell is wrong with these guys? I mean, like, if you told me, like, there's like a species of Pegasus, right, that lives up in the mountains, that, like, these druids are protecting it because it's only, like, there's only a couple of them left.
Right.
I'm on board, 100%, yes. Yes, you fucking tree guys, you do your thing, and you make sure that you protect that.
We're for environmentalism as long as the environment's not killing people.
Right, I don't want, like, speaking of being burned to death, that's literally what red dragons do.
Yep.
I feel like we should be opposed to that naturally.
Yep.
And not, encouraging the protection.
I'll be anti-environmentalist if...
Yeah, they got enough cults protecting them. What the fuck are you guys doing there?
Right.
You're just getting in the way.
Get out of the way.
Oh my God. Can you imagine you go into a swamp to kill a black dragon and there's like a bunch of swamp druids that are trying to talk you out of it just because it's like a weird thing for them to do?
Right.
Are they going to use force to get me out of the swamp if I wanted to do that?
I don't know.
Or are they going like, that's a great, like, what are they, do I have to fight them and their fucking cult?
Maybe.
Because like that would change everything about, my specifically like the armament that I'm taking with me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Druids do some weird shit, man. They really are on another level of weird shit.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. What else you got?
Weirdly, I have another question about bathing.
Oh my God, there's not a lot of bathing on the road unless you can. Like, what if you're in the desert?
Well, I mean, there is. I would argue there's a minimum level.
Well, there's certainly a minimum level, but like we have to be around water for it to happen.
Right.
Like, if we're not around water, then it's just if you're in an inn, whatever. Yes, but
so the question is, if my pet owlbear doesn't bathe for long enough, would that attract barbarians?
Holy
But
shit, man!
If the barbarian doesn't bathe long enough, would that attract owlbears?
Oh, you see what you missed out on, Zhent?
All right.
You dopey shit.
This is the level of questions that needed to get intercepted.
All right, so I have a series of follow-up questions.
Okay,
for this
please.
First. How in the fuck did you get a pet owlbear? They are vicious, nasty creatures that just want to eat you.
Yeah.
Usually, do you know that they start to eat people before the people are dead?
That's true.
They will just eat you while you're watching them, and they'll
Chompy,
hold
chompy.
you down, a steady chomping, which I guess wouldn't, like, I guess that's why barbarians like them so much. Is that they're, like birds of a feather.
Yeah. Hey.
So would my pet owlbear...
If my pet owlbear didn't bathe, would it attract barbarians?
I don't think the bathing here is the important thing. I think an owlbear as a pet would attract a lot of attention.
Sure.
Especially from barbarians. Now, would a barbarian who didn't bathe attract an owlbear? 100%.
100%.
There's no doubt in
Yeah.
If you go into the woods where there are owlbears present with a barbarian friend who has not bathed, 1,000%, 10 out of 10 times, you're going to get attacked.
In fact, that probably, if you're interviewing barbarians,
you might want to throw that at them.
you might have to ask them how often they bathe. When was the last time they bathed?
Right, and if it's like, and it's past.
If it's more than a fortnight,
Yeah, but like I can prestidigitate away a lot of stench, but like I don't want to have to do that.
Right.
I want some personal responsibility.
Right.
And that will. It's not only the owlbears will attract trolls and all kinds of other crazy shit.
if you have one of those clerics that can summon water,
Right.
Right.
But some of those druids can do it too.
Yes.
And like our buddy, Willem, he can do it with his tentacle.
that's true. Yeah.
Anyway,
Summoning water, yeah, it's a multitude of uses.
So I guess no and yes.
Yes. Yeah. I'm
Well,
with you
maybe.
on that one.
I want an owlbear. How the hell do I get an owlbear? Like, can you imagine you come to Cold Skull Alley and there's just Boots all walking an owlbear? Do you know how fucking big those things are?
Yeah.
There's like 7 feet tall.
Right, they're huge.
And you're gonna just tame one? Unless you can talk to it and, like, feed it constantly, it's going to eat you.
100%.
It's not a matter of when. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Sorry. Go ahead. What else we got?
If you have an adventurer in your party that comes down with lycanthropy, right, as a werewolf.
Right, or a were creature of some type.
Right.
It could be a were rat.
Does their treasure share automatically increase to account for all of the clothing they go through when they turn into a werewolf?
I guess a small fraction of it should.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like, especially if this is a valuable party member and a friend of yours, right?
I would say do the werewolf a solid.
Yeah, do him a solid.
Yeah.
You met that were-tiger we met, right? He was a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Like, really nice guy, adventurer, they're like, solving problems. But I feel like you should do your friends solid like that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, give them a few.
I think we're for a clothing allowance.
Yeah, like maybe a few silver, right? You don't want to have to keep like running out of breeches, right? Just because you turn into a.
I mean, maybe you do. We're not here to yuck your yum.
No, I wouldn't want to kink shame, but like also lycanthropy. Wait, I thought that was generally evil, especially the wolf part.
Yeah, yes,
Right. Rats can kind of go evil too, if I remember correctly.
Right.
They're just like I think the only like good lycanthropes were
Were-tigers?
And bears.
Werebears
Oddly
and
enough.
were-tigers.
Yeah, I think that's the only ones that I know that have ever like not tried to kill me immediately after meeting me. Like, there was that werewolf in the northern reaches. I can't remember what the hell his name was, but, like, we didn't know he was a werewolf, and I feel like we should have known he was a werewolf because he was naked in the woods when we found him.
That's true. That's a good giveaway.
That's a dead giveaway.
Right.
And we missed that at the time. And then he tried
This guy is super ripped.
just yoked. Like,
Yeah.
like he was like, how are
Was he
you
a
working
naturalist?
out in the
No.
gym?
No, he's not a naturalist.
No. Yeah, it turns out he was a werewolf. He was, like, stuck under a rock. So, I don't know. It was a weird... Anyway, and then, yeah, that was the only werewolf I think I ever met, and he immediately tried to eat us the next night.
Yeah.
I feel like you were the one that actually did him in.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, well, he had it coming.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, we couldn't. He was pretty far gone.
Yeah, he was kind of an ass too after the fact.
You mentioned having polymorphed yourself into a giant ape.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
So,
Got us out of a lot of scrapes.
absolutely. If you polymorph into an ape and then get injured, should they take you to a hospital or to a veterinarian?
How long into the polymorph is this? Because if it's immediately, I think you should probably take us to like a druid who specializes in animal medicine.
Okay.
But like if I can just drop the spell right away,
I like true polymorph.
well, I mean, like that can last a very long time.
Right.
Like we could do that, but like I guess it would kind of depend, right? Because like there is a specific set of healing magics that only animal people can do the best, right?
Correct.
I don't know if you can't do that, right?
No,
That's not really
no,
your speed.
that was never my thing.
Yeah. So like, damn, dude, that's a good question too. So I would lean towards animal medicine, the vet, for like immediate injuries.
Yeah.
And if I wanted to stay polymorphed, right? Like I don't want to just waste the spell.
Right.
And we got some time to kill. Oh, I don't like how long. But that's not a lot of those doctors though. And they were really expensive.
Can be. Yeah.
This is a deep cut right here. I know, but like I'd probably just lose the spell unless it was true polymorph, because that's like one of my most powerful spells.
Right.
I can't. That's.
So I think the
big
right way
hitter.
to go here is to drop the polymorph and then go to a human doctor.
Right. Unless you're using true polymorph, and you don't
then
want
you
to
just
waste
got to
it.
go wherever's
you
closer.
gotta suck it up and go to a vet.
100%. How difficult is it to apply for a new Waterdeep identification card after you've been reincarnated?
And you came back as something else.
Yeah.
I mean, this has happened to a few of our
It
friends.
has happened.
Right.
The paperwork is not trivial.
No, it wasn't. I know, like our buddy Meebles was a gnome for a long time, and then he became a dragonborn, and
That's
that was
right.
that was very strange. Our friend Akata, she was a dragonborn, and then she became a
Minotaur, I think.
minotaur. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Well, that kind of worked out because she had a boyfriend who was a minotaur.
That's right.
But whatever. I imagine it'd be very difficult to explain to the magistrates that no, this is really me. I just look different now.
Yeah, very, very different.
You have to apply to go into one of their zone of truth rooms, I imagine, and they're like really actually,
You gotta be careful with that, because
Yeah, they're gonna ask you some weird
they're gonna
questions.
ask you some weird questions.
It's gonna get dark and deep. But reincarnate in and of itself. I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum, how much I hate reincarnate.
Yeah, me too. I hate it.
But if you have to talk to the magistrates after being turned into something else, it's gotta be tough.
Yeah.
It can't be easy. Dude, these are too deep thinking questions
All
for
right.
me. I can't handle these.
We're a couple beers in, so that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, and I did slip a few mushrooms.
Oh, damn it.
What? We had some left over.
All right.
They told me I could keep a bag.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's let's wrap it up with this. There's a bunch more, but we're sort of running up against the end of time here.
All
so.
right, well, that's fine. And if we gather much more, we'll get some more for next week, too. And then now that I know we'll get them, I guess we should be much happier, right? That idiot dishwasher spy is gone now. What do you got for me?
So we talked last week about, I think it was last week, should you ever trust a magic weapon that can think for itself?
No.
100%
We're pretty
clear on no.
Yeah, no.
Should you ever use a magic weapon that comes with an instruction manual?
Like this is how to use this magic item?
If it's so complicated
not just
to use, it needs imagine something that comes out of the forge, gnomish creation, involves, a multitude of moving parts.
Dude, you guys down at the forge make some wacky do
Yeah, we do.
With lots of moving gears and things like that. And there was that catapult ballista that had a rotating thing that kept reloading the arrows.
Yep.
There's no fucking way that I could figure out how to read that or how to do that without reading the instruction manual. So yes, always read the manual.
Always read the manual.
Why would you not want to do that? It's so fucking beginner level. Just take 5 minutes, read how to use the thing so you don't shoot yourself in the fucking foot.
Right.
Because with some of your shit, and I say this with all due respect,
we can take some feet.
You will shoot yourself in the foot.
Oh, yeah.
Or turn yourself, with the magic that you guys, with all the gears and fucking whirring and the smoke,
right?
You might turn yourself into a frog. Or you might use the magic against you and then you're fucked.
Right.
And all because you didn't want to take the 5 minutes to read the goddamn manual. Read the goddamn manual. This is a no fucking brainer. Do you think there's idiots out there who actually made instruction manuals for magic weapons that have names?
Oh.
If you picked up that old black sword that
right.
That creepy
Here's
dude
what you
had.
should know about Doug the Sword. Doug
will try to possess you.
Yeah.
Doug wants you to kill all of the humans.
You need to lock up Doug before you sleep.
Doug is an eater of souls.
Right. Doug, for some reason, doesn't like frogs.
Every time you see a dragonborn, he will want to cut off a finger.
Right.
Oh, my God.
He likes to be polished, and when he's getting polished, makes some uncomfortable noises.
Sharpening Doug is not what you think.
Right. Right.
It's clearly a euphemism.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like washing your weasel. I see where we're going here.
Blow drying your weasel. If you're going to make an old school magic weapon like that, then you should definitely have a manual for it.
Right.
It would just save so much fucking time. All of our friends who were possessed by evil weapons, if they just read the fucking manual,
right.
They'd be like, oh shit, I should not hold this after midnight.
Exactly. Oh, full moon, harvest moon, that's interesting.
Right,
midnight, Oh, what could happen? What could go wrong?
No, I need to take a break after killing 99 goblins. And,
yeah, I'm going to put Doug away.
Yeah, I'll use the dagger for a few more, and
right.
then kind of everything resets. Wow. Those questions were
we're not even, we're just scratching the surface.
I know some existential shit there for to deal with. And I do like that the Zhent tried to steal these because, only we could answer these dopey ass
Seriously.
questions. Who else is going to give their...
Knowledge is power.
Their dopey members. It's okay, this is what Boot said about washing your weasel. All right, guys.
Prestidigitation only.
They were going to have a meeting about our questions. They were going to sit in a room.
Yeah,
and
what kind of psychological profile do you think they're building based on those answers?
Oh, man. All right, I think that's enough of the week, right?
Yeah.
So, everyone, we can't wait to see you next week. Thanks for putting up with our nonsense this week. And, hey, if you like the show, tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Let them know that it's out there and we're just talking about, silly shit that is in particular to our lives and throughout the realm. And I want to say hi to all of our friends throughout the realms. Thanks for listening, and we'll see everyone next week.
Have a great week, everybody.